What's going on, guys? Eternal Wind back with another Ghost of Tsushima video, and today on Eternal's personal favorites, we're going to cover one of my all-time favorite Ronin builds, as voted by you all in the community poll. Thanks again to everyone who came out and participated in the poll. If you enjoy my content, it would really help me out if you would like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. But with that garbage out of the way, let's get right into the gear. Alright guys, so this is going to be my max ghost weapon damage Ronin build. This thing is an absolute monster, and with the Ronin already excelling with ghost weapon damage, it just makes sense to build specifically around that. It can hit more ghost weapon damage than any other class in the game, and with ghost weapons like Spirit Kunai and Demon Seeds, this can get real nasty real quick. So there are a couple of tweaks you could make depending on what you would like to do as a personal preference, but this is what I like to run. So I'm running the Moon Katana as per usual with maxed out melee and Oni damage. I've got Burning Blade and Moon Master, of course. We've got Burning Blade on there because we are going to have increased status effect damage and Fire Master. So if and when you do actually set someone on fire, it'll do a nice chunk of damage. As far as the bomb pack is concerned, if you wanted to, you could run Forbidden Medicine here and drop maybe Demon Seeds or, depending on what you wanted to do. But based on the fact that we're running Healing Incense as the class ability, I'm going to opt out of the Forbidden Medicine and opt in for more damage. But for the Epic Bomb Pack, we have maxed out Blast Radius and Status Effect damage with Black and Flash Bombs. And then this is where it gets kind of nasty. So unfortunately, for whatever reason, Sucker Punch didn't add ghost weapon damage on the Ronin charm. If you guys are unaware, the Ronin charm is actually a defensive charm, so it lacks a lot of damage. So the only way to go about getting maxed out ghost weapon damage is by using a stealth charm. So as you see, we have maxed out ghost weapon damage and Oni damage. And then again, with not having the greatest class-specific perks and properties, we're going to run combat regeneration to just keep us in the fight longer, and Fire Master, because we're going to end up having 3 different ways to set them on fire. So you want as much fire damage as you can get from the Black Powder Bombs, Burning Blade when it does go off, and then fired up from your Demon Seeds. But as for Ghost Weapon 1, we've got Spirit Kunai, of course, because why wouldn't you run the Spirit Kunai on a max ghost weapon damage Ronin? It is absolutely disgusting. I feel like the Spirit Kunai was made for the Ronin just based on the fact that you get an increased ghost weapon damage from a perk for the Ronin, but we have it with maxed out ghost weapon damage and cooldown on kill, so that way we can get it back as frequently as possible. Supermassive and Hidden Blades is just a staple for using Spirit Kunai or any Kunai at that point. I think putting Fired Up on there is a waste. If you guys have followed me at all for any amount of time, you'll know that I love Demon Seeds. It's really hard to incorporate Demon Seeds on a lot of builds that could actually utilize it very well just based on it being a Ghost Weapon 2. But I love Demon Seeds. Running Caltrops over Smoke Bombs, in the past was really hard to do. With them adding munitions as a perk for Caltrops makes it a little bit easier to run, but we're not going to be using that because for Demon Seeds, obviously it weakens anybody who runs through it, which is just going to give you 25% additional damage on top of everything else that we have here. And then you want to inflict that status element to as many enemies as possible, and then have it fired up on there and Fire Master and status effect damage. It's going to just kind of spiral out of control. The amount of damage that Demon Seeds do, I think it's extremely underrated. Not a lot of people seem to run Demon Seeds, and they are so freaking good. But we've got increased ghost weapon damage, maxed out again, with status effect duration, which will allow our fired up from demon seeds, the black powder bombs and burning blade, for that status effect damage to burn longer, ultimately doing more damage. And then, like I said, I already have fired up and deep bags on here because that's pretty much what you run when you run demon seeds. Again, you want to inflict as many people with that status element as possible and then set them on fire at the same time. It just melts everything. If you drop these things in a corridor where enemies are spawning and have to run through that corridor, you may have one or two enemies left if it's an Elder Oni Lord. Outside of that, it's going to kill everything else. It's ridiculous. As for the techniques, we are going to be running Healing Incense. Again, just pretty much going with max ghost weapon damage. It's hard to have a healing pet. It takes a lot of perks and properties from the charm away to actually utilize this properly. And with this being a maxed out ghost weapon damage build, it does help to have some kind of healing. You could ultimately run Flaming Roar if you wanted to, since we do have fired up and status effect damage and duration and all that stuff. But this is actually the weakest class ability in the game. And for me personally, I'd like to be able to heal myself or my teammates more than put a class ability on there that does like 3 bars of damage to scrubby Mongols. I mean, the fact that this thing can't even kill the scrubby Mongols that you see in the card there is pathetic. So we are going to run Healing Incense here, obviously enhanced ghost weapons for perk 1. That's a no-brainer. As for perk 2, if it is a reduced healing week, I would recommend quick regen. It'll kind of offset the crippling effects from reduced healing for the weekly modifier, but I only run it during that time. I'm a huge fan of Cure All, so I will be picking it up here. Even though we don't have Forbidden Medicine on the build, just being able to do exactly what you see here on the card is great. Really nice for whenever there's a poison modifier, because people seem to get hit like so frequently. So with that being the case, I am running Cure All, unless it is going to be reduced healing, in which I will switch to quick regen. Cure All is just so good. I love being able to heal my teammates no matter where I am on the map, and no matter where they are on the map. But because we are running 2 ghost weapons, legendaries, I am going to pick up legendary here in perk 3. Your ultimate is primarily only going to be for revives. An argument can be made to drop Demon Seeds so that you could maybe pick up Staggering Breath and use your ultimate more. Actually have something to do with your ultimate, but at least with having legendary heal here, you will always have that revive in your back pocket for when you really need it. You could run this instead of Demon Seeds, but the problem with this is it, as you can see, it kind of spreads them all out. I typically like to drop Demon Seeds down when there's a lot of people all clumped up so that it just destroys everything. I think it's way better than Staggering Breath, but Staggering Breath is an alternative option if you want. But again, I personally would recommend Legendary here for perk 3. But alright guys, with the gear and techniques out of the way, let's go ahead and show off the build.
Excellent choice. Eos realm sent its Oni and horrors to create a twilight of despair.
Show off the build.
With fire and
now
ash,
you know we gotta go
they
straight for
spread
the old
destruction and
bird dick over here, right? That'll help us. Oh, nice.
Stood against them,
Oh,
outnumbered but not outmatched.
alright, that should be good. That. Dude, calm down.
Oni's corruption ceased.
No. So that guy's dead. Is there any more? Let's see if I can get him to hit this before. Nice. Just to stagger him long enough for me to strip the stagger gauge. Oh yeah. Straight Rick sauce. Alright. I see a Tengu. Oh, bird dick. What you got, bird dick? What you got? You got nothing! The archer on the other hand. Alright. Actually, let's get rid of this archer right here. Okay. Nice. Okay. Oh yeah. I'm trying to get him to come on yet. No! Oh yeah.
You lost a powerful ally to the
Nice. Oh man, I could have sworn I parried that. Nice. Alright. Kind of got whopped a little bit there, but no big deal. Let's see if we can get our demon seeds back for the last little trek here. Where that Tengu at? Come on, bird dick. Okay, that'll work. Oh! Tengu said, hell nah, not today. Not today. What the hell was that? Did y'all hear that shit?
Oni's corruption.
It's getting a little crazy out here, man. Alright, check this out. Corridor, right? Got no bombs left. Oh! Alright, he's gonna walk. No, he's not either, because I'm gonna kill him before he comes in there. Jesus! Okay. Oof. One bomb. Uno bomb! Alright, one Moonmaster cancel is actually enough to stagger them, which is amazing. Staggered again. And there you go. Alright guys, that is going to be a short demonstration of the build. Do keep in mind, Wave 0 is not a great true version of a testing ground, if you will, especially for a build like this where you kind of want them more clumped up. Letting them, you know, kind of run into the point like we're in right now, and then dropping demon seeds and then black powder bombs and spirit kunai. That's really what you want to do. Either catch them at their spawn point or let them all gather up in the point first before you start to go on your ghost weapon damage onslaught. But alright guys, that's going to be an example of the build. For everybody who came out and participated in the community poll, I just want to say thank you very much. I really appreciate your participation. I'll be continuing to post build videos for Eternal's personal favorites, my all-time favorite builds, based on community poll results. So if you want to see something specific or in particular, be sure to participate in those polls to let me know what you guys want to see. This has been an example of the build. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to stay up to date on all of my content. Ring that bell for the notifications. I appreciate you coming out, and I'll catch you on the next one. Doses!